Hey, welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. I'm Jammer.
And I am Shag Dog. We are the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. You're right, Jammer.
Hey, Shag Dog. I got limited hazy series. It's an East Coast haze, West Coast flavor, radical Sierra Nevada Rad little thing, West Coast hazy IPA, 7% ABV, 88 by the BA.
Oh yeah.
Let's just dive right in while you give a little info on yours.
I'm doing Allagash. It's barrel and bean stout. It's an American Imperial Stout, 10.2% ABV. And I should have put rad on the title. I forgot, or the crazy little rad, or I forgot to put that part in there. Oh, here's a cat for you cat birds.
Woo! Allagash. The Shag Dog, you can see it poured a nice frothy head. I didn't pour it hard either. It's about 3 fingers. It's dissipating, but it's there. And it's got a nice little haze to the golden yellow color. It looks like a glass of sunshine, actually, with a little cloud floating above it.
I don't think I can reach that.
Well, Shag Dog, as you know, the head of the beer has all your vitamins and minerals, buddy. So you make sure you get a good head on your beer when you pour, so you can get all your vitamins and minerals.
Yeah, I didn't get no head on mine. And it's like one of those it says American Imperial Stout, but it's vanilla looking or blonde stout or whatever you want to call
stout.
It. Yeah. Ugh.
Mine has that nice resiny type piney grapefruit citrus with a little like peel in there. Maybe even like a little orange in there, lemon and orange, grapefruit. And a little grassy notes in there, and a slight whiff of a malt, but I really can't pick that up too well. I'm going to dive in, Shag Dog. You go ahead.
Oh, I put the wrong.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is actually the barrel and bean bourbon barrel aged golden ale. I thought it was a damn stout. That's why they shouldn't put shit in small print. So I give the wrong score and everything on that.
Well, drunk reading, that's what that is.
That's like pre-drunk.
No.
I don't even see that one on their damn...
After drunk, during drunk. It's like when you're in the bar and they're doing karaoke and they come in, they give you this, hey, why don't you get the number, write it on a slip, put your name on there, put your 3 songs that you would like to do, whichever one first and everything, and write out this number. It's HJ, whatever it is, in the book, HJL 39248. And give it to me whenever you're ready to come up and sing. And then you're like, okay, no problem. A couple beers later, you're kind of like, what the fuck? I'm just going to go up there and tell them what I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was fun. All right.
Shag Dog, this has a nice, smooth, easy to drink.
I don't know. I'm cutting out a lot, or you are.
You have been...
Yeah, and I'm hearing myself on yours long delay. Like after I said it, it was like 4 seconds later, 5 seconds later.
Hearing it on me?
Oh, it's a little bit faster now, yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing it in my headphones. A return. Not real loud or anything, but...
I turn it down.
Yeah, it's late. It's like 5 seconds late.
Oh, the gain. That's what it is. I got
too
much gain.
Yeah, let's see if my gain's up too much. There we go. Turn it down. Oh, wait, that turned it up. Oh, that turned it up. Oh, turn it down. Okay.
Well, I'm supposed to be able to...
Yeah, I'll give it a correct... This is 91 on Beer Advocate. It's a Trippel, actually. Great, because I love Trippel. Barrel bean ale. It says it's a Trippel. Okay. Golden Ale. All right, fuck.
Well, Shag Dog,
Shit,
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't have
tell you
bought
right
this if I
now,
knew it was a Trippel.
7%. You don't even taste the alcohol. Easy to drink, smooth, delicious. Got a nice pine, not even a harsh bitter. It's very mild bitter. It's a nice hazy, IPA. And I'm going to tell you, the flavors in there. It's got a nice citrus, got the kind of grapefruit piney, and a little like a little orange flair there. And the grassiness is nice. I really actually enjoy this one. So my grade for this one, Shag Dog, is a straight up B plus and a Swarter.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even
I'm
get to my
not
nose
fooling
or anything yet.
Yeah, I know. But I'm already halfway gone.
Yeah. This one, like I said, is a Trippel. Actually, it's 9.6%
Actually, it's a
ABV.
SWAF.
Oh,
Change that
SWAF.
from a
Swallow
Swarter to
and a
SWAF.
half. Yeah, this one, vanilla caramel. I can smell the alcohol. Maybe some roasty malts. The barrel alcohol I can probably smell. I'm trying to. It's going to be a sipper. It's going to be a sipper. Yeah, the taste is the same shit. The barrel bourbon alcohol, roasty malts, caramel, vanilla. It's just something with a Trippel, that alcohol or yeast, whatever the hell's in it. I just don't like it. But it's not the worst Trippel I ever had. So
Hey,
there we go.
it's kind of suiting that fitting that you have a Trippel, and I'm going to be in France, and I could have all the Trippels I want.
Yeah. It'd be better if you went to Belgium for a Trippel, since that's where it
Oh
comes
yeah,
from.
that's true, Belgium.
But you probably find a lot of them there.
We're going to find some of those there in France too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, I mean, hopefully they don't get overrun by the Germans while you're there.
What is that? I'm so. What was it? The freaking. Forget the. What do they call that? The Sasquatch line or whatever they called it. Maginot.
Oh, the line?
Yeah.
I forget what the hell they called it. Yeah, it's a good one.
Maginot, right? DiMaggio line.
No, it's not DiMaggio. Wait, let me Googleize it. What's the imaginary line that the Germans crossed into Belgium and France? Close, yeah. The Maginot,
I said
Maginot.
Maginot to begin with, and then I said DiMaggio.
Oh, yeah. Then you said DiMaggio, yeah, like Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah.
The old DiMaggio line, yeah. That's when the DiMaggio line is when you snort some coke on the third base line going home plate all the way down.
Okay.
That's the DiMaggio line.
You be imagining a lot of stuff then, right?
Yeah, especially if you snorted that much. Yeah, that's a long line.
And it's pretty wide. And
What's that, like 90 feet lines from base to base?
So, and it's wide. It's like 3 inches wide.
I wouldn't recommend doing the wide part. Just a straight little thin line down. Yeah. I'd put it to the side of the actual line so you can tell the difference.
Oh, okay.
So you're not sniffing all over trying to get it all. It's still there.
John Belushi would have done it.
Yeah. Cheers to John Belushi.
Tony Montana would have done it.
Was he? I thought he was eating powdered donuts in that movie, Tony Montana.
I don't know.
He got up and had all that shit on his face. Mm-hmm. Powdered donuts? Like, that's what you tell your children. Mommy, why is his face all white? Oh, powdered donuts, kids.
It's too bad because they're all gone. I had the last one.
Yeah. I had a whole dozen. I had a baker's dozen.
Well.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I got to start sticking with lighter beers.
It's
not really bad. It's smoother than I thought it was going to be, but still. Ugh. Oh, I didn't grade mine. You know what? For what it is, a Trippel is not the worst one I've had. I'm going to give it a B- and a swallow. There you go.
That's pretty good. I got nice lace in there, but lace is waste in my opinion. but it looks nice on the glass, I guess. To me,
Also,
it's
a
just
little bit.
beer sticking to the glass that I can't drink.
Yeah. If you had a Gene Simmons tongue, you just get all that beer out.
Yeah,
Or if you got some type of spoon, you can scrape it out. Butter knife or something.
a little piece of bread and just.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the vanilla. Every time I have vanilla beers lately, it tastes a little diacetyl too.
You
But
get
it could be that.
constipated.
No, it could be that bourbon mixed with the vanilla, giving it a little diacetyl. It's not really diacetyl, but it's giving that
Does it taste buttery?
illusion. That's it. Illusion. A little bit. But I think it's the vanilla and the bourbon mixed together. Yeah.
Well, you know, some. Well, I don't know about some Trippels, but I know that diacetyl and several different types of beers, and you know what it tastes like when you taste it. So
Yeah.
if it's hinting at that, then there might be a little bit.
Mm. It's like right before the back, and then it just disappears. So I don't know.
Then again, that might just be like a bourbon, kind of like butter vanilla scotch or whatever.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you're right. Where's the bourbon, bitch?
Oh man.
Oh,
I don't have anything really new. I mean, of course, the Pope died.
yeah.
The Popey.
Mm.
The Pope.
Did you see the footage of him when he came out Easter, which I guess was
What,
so many
him
hours?
dying?
Not him dying, but he probably was dying. There was a day. Was it day he died on Easter night, or not too many hours after that? They brought him out. And he came. They told him to wave, and he's got both hands down here. I guess kind of left his arms, but he's coughed a few times, and he looks like he's having a hard time breathing. Then I guess the guy lays down, and then he does the. I guess the guy told him to do that, and then okay, wave again.
So
It's
it
like
was
this,
almost like Biden then.
and then wheeled him out.
He's not
Yeah,
really in charge.
You know what I think really happened is he was hospitalized, and they're like, my mother was like, why'd they release him from the hospital if he had double pneumonia? I said, he probably wanted to get out and show the people he's okay on Easter. It's probably his own decision, actually, I think.
Well, see, here's the thing. You got your duty, and then you have, your. How old was he?
88, 89, somewhere around there.
So you know what? He might have been ready to go. I mean, how many times can you go around abusing kids and having sex with men in the back? I mean, no.
No,
Seriously though, he might have been like you said, decided that what, I want to get out there. This is the last Easter I'm having. I want to be there for it. Wave to the people. I don't care. I already know I'm dying already, and let me go. Let me go.
yeah, that's true.
Because sometimes people clue in on their mortality and they know when it's the time, and so they just want to live their life.
Right. I mean, yeah, you might want a cigarette and a bourbon or a whiskey, shot of whiskey. Give it to them.
Yeah. What's it going to hurt? I mean, really.
Right.
I mean, when you already, get it bad news and everything, what's another cigarette and a bourbon going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I wish my brother's friend would have gave that to him before he passed. He said, like, go for a cigarette and a bourbon or whiskey, and he's a shot of whiskey. He's like, oh, no, you can't do that because of his liver or whatever. But you should have just gave it to him. Might have killed him right there, but he's dying anyhow, Who knows?
Well, you know what he could have done is he could have took the bourbon, switched it around in his mouth, and spit it out, and at least he would have the flavor.
Yeah. It was particularly his favorite Irish whiskey. He wanted some Jameson, actually. Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what I'm saying.
And a cigarette.
And as far as the cigarette goes, my God, a person smokes all their life,
I think the whiskey, he probably wouldn't even be able to keep it down. He was having even a hard time eating.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He could have took some, switched it around in his mouth, got the flavor, the feel, and all that stuff, and he would have still got a little bit, in his system. But for the most part, it would have been all right, And then as far as the cigarette goes, hell, if somebody smoked all that time, it's kind of hard to tell somebody no on that. especially when they're already had receiving bad news, and you don't have a real good forecast of what's to come.
Yeah, and well, yeah. I mean, you get that false hope at the beginning because they tell you, "Oh, we can do this."
Yeah, that's all about money. That's all
Yeah,
about the money and keeping it coming in
right,
and putting you through the system. Because one, if you're already weak in everything, you don't need something that's going to make you more weak, like radiation and chemo and all that kind of
right,
crap. Chemo kills all the good along with the bad in order to try to expel the bad, get rid of all the bad,
right. And
and
you're
then
at stage
hope that
four
the
for
good is going to overcome.
right, and you're at stage four for that particular type of cancer, and the survival rate is only 5% survive 5 years.
Yeah.
That's pretty small amount. You might as well just enjoy whatever time you got left, take pain meds, and then
Well, there that one system with that one doctor. I forget his name. He was a doctor in the 50s that used to take like 20 pounds of vegetables and fruits and had a 3,000-pound press and press the juice out of it to where the pulp, all the pulp that was left, no animal would eat it because it didn't have any
nutrients or
essential
whatever.
vitamin, the nutrients or any of that stuff in there, the juice. And he would give this juice to people and have them drink that juice several times throughout the day. Give them coffee enemas, and because the coffee causes your gallbladder to create bile, and the
Yeah,
bile helps cleanse the system. Anyway, long story short, he took 50 people that had been diagnosed with terminal cancer, different stages of cancer, and some terminal, some not. And he cured them all just by flooding their system with all the nutrients and
yeah,
antioxidants they could possibly take. Yes, I'm sure they were going to the bathroom constantly,
mm,
flushing their system out because you get so much vitamins in your system, your body expels it. Vitamin C, it's going to flush it out. Vitamins, so you know, but what it's getting is getting a rush of that stuff coming into your system and it's building your immunity. Michael Landon had started that when he had his cancer, and he was doing well. In fact, he was on Johnny Carson, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've been doing this thing. I've been going to the same clinic that this doctor had. He was doing that whole system, but his family talked him into doing chemo, and the next thing you know, guess what? He dies. But he was feeling better, and he was looking good. He had more energy, and he was getting better and all that stuff. And then he started taking that chemo, and boom.
yeah, yeah. Also, I heard somebody say the starving to cancer helps too, like fasting and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
supposedly your cells start eating the cancer cells when you're
That might
starving
be
your
true.
cells.
Yeah.
You're starving your cells, so they eat the cancer cells or whatever they do. Yeah,
I also heard if you take marijuana and distill it down to get the hemp, basically THC oil and all that stuff, so get all
yeah,
that oil, all those things, and start taking that oil and using it, that it will cure cancer too.
yeah. I don't know if you saw that video I sent you. Marijuana. Speaking of that
Yeah.
some scientists saying that it restricts blood flow to the brain, and that could
Well,
cause
here's the thing. The pot of the 40s, 50s, 30, 40s, 50s, 60s, even in the early 70s, late 70s even, going into the 80s, that pot, it's such a low level of THC in comparison to today's pot. Today's pot, you can get up to 30, 40, 50% THC.
uh,
It's outrageous how it's an amazing amount that you can get, and so no research has been done on this excessive amount that they've been able to produce by
yeah,
doing whatever they're doing, doing hybrids and all that kind of stuff. So that pot from yesterday, years gone by, um, it probably wouldn't have caused any of those issues. But this
yeah,
pot might be getting so much of that to where it's causing issues instead of helping. People need to be careful, when they're doing that stuff. Don't go excessive,
All right.
The world is watching.
I just had to. Could you read it in my glasses?
No, but the
Good.
world is watching.
I guess if someone takes a picture and they zoom in, they probably can. I remember our good.
What are you doing? Saying, "Hey there, buddy. I'll be over there to stroke you off later."
No, it's some old lady, and I wrote her today, and she's like, "You do know my age, right?" So I just typed, "Yes, age is not a problem with me. How about you?" And so it was just funny. Anyhow,
and you should have said, "But if you don't have any money, then screw it."
Right. Oh, I was going to say about that mirror reflection in your shades. Never take a picture of yourself, selfie, if you're cheating on your girlfriend. You got another girl in your car, and do a selfie. Hey, babe, yeah, I'm here in my car by myself, and she sees a reflection of the girl.
Oh yeah,
certain person we know that happened to. That was Hoss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he sent his picture to his girl. Hey, babe, and his girl. I think he's still with now. The other one, I think.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so she should know better. The one he's with now, that he's a cheater. Yeah. No offense, Hoss, if you're watching this.
Well, then she might be one too, though. And don't mind it.
Or she don't care.
Again, they might be like, "Let's get together and cheat together, man. Let's find a couple."
Or she's one of those ones, like another
and
one
we were swinging.
Yeah, like another guy we know. I won't mention any names.
Just swinging.
Did beer reviews with us a couple times, once or twice. His wife knew he was cheating, but as long as he didn't bring it home, as long as he was bringing home the money, I guess she didn't give him shit either.
Well, that's true. As soon as that money stopped, he was out the door, though.
I think he's back with her somehow. You think of the same person, Slim? Right along Rob and Slim?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't they go to jail?
Slim did, yeah.
Yeah.
But he went a couple of times. First time, they gave him felony probation, so he had to resign from where we worked. And then he violated his probation, something small, but it was a probation violation, so he went to jail, I don't know, for a month or two. Jeez. I don't know if he got arrested again, and then he went to rehab, and I heard he was all right. He met some girl in rehab, was dating her for a little bit, and then I heard I don't know if he got back with his ex-wife, but I see them at events, like doing things together.
Well, maybe they worked it out to where she's taking him back.
Or it was for the kids, because that was back when his youngest daughter was about 14, 15.
Well, from what you said, that he had like a 14-inch cock or something like that, so maybe...
That's what I heard. I never seen it, but I've heard it from a couple of girls.
But
not 14 inches, but yeah.
Most women only have a 6 or 7 inch, deep.
Could take, yeah.
So,
but some of them just like, I guess, the visual of it, or maybe the what do you call that? I could do it. I could take all that down my throat. Let me try.
Now the throat thing is altogether different. The throat thing is altogether different. If you could take it all the way, then oh boy, you're the girl that everybody wants to know.
It's the challenge for the girl, I think, because you can only take so much here, and depending on your jaw line and your mouth structure and all that, you probably only take so much there too. Unless you're one of those girls that take the sausage. I went to a strip club once, and a girl put like a 12-inch sausage down her mouth and all the way down to the tip, and then pulled it back out. So.
Did you get her number later?
No, I didn't. I should have.
Yeah, you should have. All right,
yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready for the next one, Jammer.
All right. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. We'll see you on the next one. If you get a chance, try this rad little thing IPA. I guarantee you, if you like IPAs, and especially like a hazy IPA, you might find this enjoyable.
Yeah, I think a few other haze, those what the hell do they call them? Little things.
Yeah.
Little things. Yeah, a couple. I didn't ever seen that one. It must be a newer one. Yeah. And if you like Trippels, go ahead and try the Barrel and Bean Golden Ale, which I didn't see down there in the small print, but that's what it is.
Wow. What ABV was that?
I can read the bottle. I can read the ABV more than the text. 9.6. 9.6.
Oh, that was pretty good. Pretty respectable ABV.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing. Share us. Tinkle that bell. We'll see you on the next one. Jammer.
Shag Dog.
See ya.